The guy playing first.
Who is on first?
Why do you keep asking me?
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you.
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's right.
Go ahead and tell me.
Who?
The guy on first.
Who?
The first baseman.
That's the man's name.
Now look, when you pay off the first baseman every month, who gets the money?
Every dollar of it. And why not? After all, the man's entitled to it.
Who's entitled to it?
Distance, ribbon of black, stretched to the point of no turning back. Flight of fancy on the windswept field.
And now, from the town that's the pride of the San Gabriel Valley, it's Quintessential Covina, episode number 9, with your hosts Marty Getz and Dave Cluck. Tonight's guests are Poets in Distress. Also, Covina Newstand with Joe Haakenson and Margaret Wolf. And Jeff's Note with Jeffrey Plummer, who is back from his abduction by aliens, thank God. And now, it's Dave and Marty.
Hey.
Number
9.
Number
9.
Number
9.
Number
9.
Dave, it's number 9.
We've hit number 9. The magical number, big 0 with a straight line down the right-hand side.
That could be a B or a lot of other things, or a D.
No, D is upside down.
Depending on your penmanship. But anyway, hi Covina, welcome to the 9th edition of our favorite show anyway.
Quintessential Covina.
Quintessential Covina.
And we'd really like to thank Edwin Moses for that beginning there.
Yeah, he got quintessential right, but
yeah, he's just the
Covina.
city.
Covina's the hard part.
He originally was going to say Compton. Quintessential Compton? Or
Yeah,
no,
right.
I don't know. He had a little bit of a problem with that.
Quintessential Irwindale.
We tried to get Ted Turner to say that, but had no luck.
We waited for Ted Turner. If you were watching
Marty accosted him.
If we were watching last week, I said I was hoping to get a really big thing for this week, and that was I'll let the cat out of the bag. That was Ted Turner, but I approached him as he came out of the men's room at the convention center, and he wouldn't talk to me. I don't know why. But anyway, we have a big show, huh? Dave?
Hey, yeah, we have a big show.
Damn, a big show.
Gosh darn, we have got...
Poets in Distress are our featured guest tonight. Yes. And
we'll be talking very shortly with Brutus Chieftain. He's going to tell us a little bit about Poets in Distress and how they got started and why they got started. And you might be wondering...
why they don't stop.
Marty, I want to start out the show here with a little bit of music. And let's do a little bit of...
I feel like I should be getting coins for this. Yeah, okay. Dave, you are a drummer. But,
go ahead, Marty.
That's feeling good. But anyway, we have Poets in Distress. We will be speaking with the head poet in distress. I don't know if he's in the most distress, but it's Brutus Chieftain. He'll be coming up real quick here.
Brutus Chieftain.
Brutus
the
Chieftain.
Man.
And
the legend! And of course, Rob's not with us tonight. Jeffrey did our introduction. Wasn't that nice?
As you noticed right away for a shot, Jeffrey's doing did the intro. I think he's going.
He missed last week's show, so he was demoted to announcer.
Yeah.
No.
You notice I'm back.
Yeah, Jeffrey's back, but now Rob's gone. Rob called in sick, so send your cards in letters to 302. He's rolling.
To Rob Van Riel.
To Rob Van Riel.
And we're hoping, if you're out there watching, see, maybe we can get the address up real quick. This is just get well cards, postcards, letters, that kind of stuff. Flowers, we'd be happy to forward them. Cash donations, anything like that.
Wait, I didn't get anything when I missed.
Were you sick?
No.
Okay. Poor Rob is not feeling well tonight.
He really isn't.
And we want you to send your cards and letters, flowers and money to 302 East Roland.
Okay, the money is for us.
We take the money first. We just give Rob put the money inside the letters. That will ensure that your letter is forwarded to Rob.
That guy that DJ somewhere who just said send $20. They got like $200,000.
Really?
He said and they gave no reason for it. He just said send $20. We could try that. Send $20, please. To 302 East Roland. Covina.
91723.
Yeah, we give it a shot.
Well, there's Marty.
Yeah.
Look
Okay, I
at that.
feel like Jake Blues or something, huh? So, anyway, besides Poets in Distress, we have our normal featured segments of Covina Newstand with all the news Covina can stand. We have a special feature on the news segment tonight.
From the Jocelyn Senior Center we taped last night.
That's
Margaret
right.
Wolf did a heck of a job.
Good
on
Margaret
this
Wolf is really digging in and getting this news thing under her belt here, huh?
Down pat.
Yeah.
She's doing a great job.
Not to mention Joe Haakenson. And but he's got that news thing down.
Yeah, he's been doing it for years.
He's like a professional. We won't mention the
the-
newspaper. Can't mention it on the air.
That's true.
And there's also a debate. We have a debate scheduled on the news
This should
segment.
be interesting.
Yeah. It's
Robin
on,
and Larry.
It's on Nicaragua, a hot issue.
Hot.
And of course we have, besides Jeffrey doing his,
Note.
well, no, besides him taking over the duties of Rob Van Riel this week, he'll be doing his normal duties as doing Jeffrey's note. And he's featuring who tonight?
Los Lobos.
Los Lobos. Is it Los or Los?
Kind of a post-single.
If it was Los Lobos, it'd be Los Labos.
Well,
Los Lobos.
then let's-
Los Lobos.
Then
Los
let's
Lobos.
say Badillo from now on, okay? Let's get that
Badillo.
straight.
I live on.
You say tomato, I say tomato, so.
Yeah, right. Jeff, are you going to be going to the phones tonight? Is that the
Yes,
number?
I'll be doing the phones too, so.
Oh, you lucky callers out there, if we, let's give that number out, Jeff, so that you can swing out there and start taking these calls.
Which number am I giving?
That's 967
967.
3.
Self. 967 self.
Yeah, 967 self.
Self.
We don't have a
For
CG
self.
tonight. Is the CG broken tonight?
Steve?
I haven't
Yeah, I
heard
think it
any
is.
Steve must be overburdened in there
I think
tonight.
so. You doing everything?
Oh, he's in there groaning and complaining.
Uh,
But
we'll-
okay, let's call in.
I'll be
folks.
running out to take calls.
Yeah,
So,
like right now.
like right now.
Yeah.
Jeffrey,
like
thank
the
you.
wind.
You do a great job announcing. Hi there, and
Thank-
it's too bad that Rob Van Riel couldn't make it, but we have Jeffrey Plummer to fill in. My go. Oh, you've done it again.
So what happened in history today? Let's
Ooh, what
see.
you got?
Let's see. Beethoven's Ninth Symphony presented for the first time, Dave. That was in 1824.
Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da. Right.
Da-da-da-da.
It's Gary Cooper's birthday.
Happy birthday, Gary Cooper, even though you're dead.
Even though you're dead. Yeah. Going around
what else
lately.
have we got? Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to give away tonight too.
That's right. We don't know how we're going to give it away.
I mean, well, there's two things actually going on that are semi-related.
Excuse me.
Do you mind if I? You mind if I?
You're a co-host. Go
Say
for
something?
it, dude.
Well, it was Tchaikovsky's birthday and Brahms.
Wow, lots of music today, huh?
Yeah, and Beethoven. I mean, it's a lot of classical music.
What about, and how about Telstar?
I was just going to say, Telstar 2 was launched in 1963. One of the first satellites.
That was the
My
first.
stepdad was in charge of launching satellites for McDonnell Douglas.
Really? He
The
pressed-
financial end of it.
He pressed the button, Dave, or what?
No. He just negotiated all the contracts with all the big dollarinis and that kind of stuff. Some major bucks we're talking. You know what it costs to put a satellite in the sky?
Today or then?
Today. What do you mean then? Not that 63.
I'd
I was
say
born in 1963.
$24 million.
$75 million.
Wow. Wow, it was like 2
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? You know, we have a few special guests that came to watch us tonight.
Do we?
Yeah. Carrie and her friend came down. Hi, guys.
I have a good old buddy that's supposed to be here. I don't know if he is, if Charlie's out there. Hi, Charlie. This bud's for you. And, hope you're there.
Well, what do we have to give away tonight, Marty?
Oh, we got a plethora, as Steve would
plethora?
say. We've got Ted Turner, as you may or may not know, is starting a whole new network, starting in October.
October 3rd.
October 3rd, called TNT, Turner Network Television. We have the official Turner Network Television T-shirt. That's one of the things. And we have a caller, it sounds like.
Hi.
Hi, who's this?
Oh, this is Herlinda.
You have to turn it. Steve, turn it up just a little bit. This is who?
Herlinda?
Hi, Herlinda.
How are you guys doing?
Karen, the door's opening there.
You know, I just got home, and I turned it on, and I thought I was watching the Blues Brothers.
Thank you.
I'm Elwood. He's Jake.
I'm Jake. Right.
You know what I'm calling about?
What?
We're on a mission from God.
Oh, are you?
Yes, we are.
Well, I just came from church.
Okay.
Do you remember a few weeks ago when you had that little film clip from was it Cal Poly?
Turn it
That
up,
was
please.
from Laverne University.
Laverne, yeah. And you asked people to call. No one ever called. Up.
Oh, not you, the
Not you,
sound man.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Why do they have to put the laugh track in?
We could have cut it out. It was on we had a switch that would have taken it out, but
Well, it's not a purpose to change somebody else. The idea is that we're showing somebody else's film.
Well, I realize it, but I was just wondering why were they teaching them to put the laugh track in?
I think they were. Are you familiar with the Bickersons, the original Battling Bickersons?
No.
How old are you, may I ask?
Sure, 40.
Okay. Well, this was back. I think it was in the 40s, so you're probably too young.
I was
still.
just born.
Yeah, but it was a radio show, I believe they had an audience in there. I think they were just trying to be true to the original qualities of it. They actually had laughter in on it, so they were just doing that. But
just trying to make it sound like MASH.
We debated. I kind of thought, I'm not a big laugh track kind of guy.
No, I'm not either.
But that's the way they made it. So I'm just let them be true to the way they make it. It's like colorization or something.
Oh, this is great. Do I get a T-shirt?
I think we can bring a T-shirt. Sure,
you can get you want a TNT T-shirt?
Yeah.
Okay, hey, it's all yours.
These are not in the market. They're not available. It's a channel that won't be launching for several months now. So
it's like a one of a kind.
It's a 50-50 shirt too. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's cool.
So it kind of goes both ways. Just kidding.
Yeah.
No. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Did you notice that Rob Van Riel wasn't with us tonight?
Yes, I did, and I was just about to write him a postcard.
Good.
Okay,
That would be
thank
great
you.
if you do that. That'd be
I
awesome.
was.
That would boost his morale to
I'm
no
sure
end.
it would.
Yeah.
Probably get over that flu just like that.
Yeah.
And I can hardly wait to see. Are we going to see Robin and Larry?
Yes, they will be on. Robin and Larry will be on tonight.
He was my schoolmate.
Really?
Yeah, I think last week he was telling you that we had gone to school together.
Oh, that's right.
Fridays.
Well, they have a legitimate debate going here, and I think you'll find it very interesting.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for calling her, Linda.
Okay.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That number is 967-7353.
967 self.
Self 967 self. Right.
Yes.
Call us.
We of course are coming to you live right now from our studios here in Covina, 302 East Roland. We'd encourage you to stop by and see us, like
where is it?
Carrie and her friend did, and join us tonight for Poets in Distress. Now, this is something. It's not Marty. Tell us a little bit about Poets in Distress.
Poets in Distress. They sort of follow the beat lifestyle back in the 50s kind of thing. Now, they're not.
Jack Kerouac.
They weren't
and the whole
around
bunch.
for the original session, but they're sort of carrying on the tradition. And yeah, the old Jack Kerouac and all those guys, and on the road kind of thing. And they do poetry readings, and oh, there comes the door. It's the Invisible Man. But is there a caller there?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Who's this?
Karen, the door's open there.
Kathy.
Kathy, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Doing okay.
I just want to tell you that you guys, you ought to improve your opening act.
The opening?
Yes.
With Edwin Moses, you mean?
No, you two.
Oh, just this part
what
right
we're
here?
doing right now.
Well, yeah, you're boring.
Oh, thank
You
you.
should put Margaret on. She's very good.
I don't know if she's here yet.
You ought to promote her.
Promote her? Well, she doesn't get paid now, so I guess anything would be a promotion. Huh?
Well, I think that you two made your opening act more exciting. More people would watch the whole show.
Well, how do you know how many people are watching now?
I don't.
Maybe everybody. Maybe.
I'm just giving you my opinion.
Well, that's what this is for, right?
Right.
I do appreciate it. What do you suggest? Now, you're not going to be one of those people that say improve it and just like hang up, are you? Give us some suggestions.
Well, no, just start the show and have people like Margaret on and put people on.
Oh, I see.
Well, Margaret has her own entire segment.
I know, but your segment's boring.
Oh, okay. Well, I can take that.
I can't. This
I know.
is too much.
Dave's real sensitive. So. Please be careful. Dave is real sensitive. So,
well, it's getting a little better.
Okay.
Bye.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for calling, Kathy.
Well, that's what America's all about, huh?
Yeah, stupid opinions.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfounded, unintellectual type opinions.
I want Margaret on right away.
Boy, Kathy's going to hate my guts, isn't she?
Yeah.
See if I can insult her anymore.
Well, you think we could make it any more boring, Dave? What do you want to do? Just dead air. That's usually the best. This is for Kat.
Phone rang, woke me up.
Yeah. That's like, what's his name, the preacher? Gene Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you think she thinks we're boring.
Yeah, watch Gene Scott. Hello,
well, we have asked for money tonight. I feel like Jimmy Swaggart.
Yeah.
I have sinned against you.
I have sinned. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Nancy Muller.
You are so good.
Thank you.
How's it going,
I'm
Nancy?
telling you. Marty?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where is your beard?
Well, you're the lucky caller, huh? It's in the garbage.
We left it
right
at home
now.
tonight.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
For just to see what would happen. I've had it on for a while, so I took it off.
Uh-huh.
I did it. I mean, I was here up until like 6:30 or something, and I had it. I still had it, and I went home and took it off and just came back. Nobody knew. And I was just waiting for somebody on.
Nobody knew. The first thing I said.
Well, I mean,
you walked in.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, nobody knew I was going to do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I turned the TV on and almost turned it off because I didn't recognize it.
I guess QZ's not on tonight.
Yeah, if Marty's not on, why isn't Brian there?
Oh.
But well, thank you for noticing.
Yeah. Well, it looks nice.
Well,
I guess it's definitely a different look.
It's just weird, like when you go outside now, it's just like really cold.
I bet. I can't tell if you got makeup on over it because
No,
it should be white.
We had no.
No makeup person tonight.
No makeup tonight. This is me.
Cece couldn't make it. I think she was not feeling too well. That's the real you, isn't it?
I'm on a mission.
See, that's what I've thought about shaving mine, and but it would be. I mean, you've had how long did you have your beard? About a year? Not quite a year, was it?
I was thinking it was coming up close to one. Well,
when I first met you, you didn't have a beard.
Yeah, but it wasn't long after that. So it's probably about 10 months or something.
Yeah, but I've had one since I grew this right when I turned 22. So I've had it for 3.5 years.
But that's not a.
I mean, this is just fuzz. I mean, I keep it real short. I just trimmed it.
Kind of gig.
Can you see that? See this? That's like real short.
Okay, Kathy, this is for you. Beard shots.
Beard shots. Is this boring enough? We're going to get real boring and show a very closely trimmed beard.
Peach fuzz.
Yeah. See, I had.
Stu said that. He made me say it.
I had something to shave off.
Hey, if I was to let my beard go long and scraggly, I'd have something to shave off too. But I'd like to keep it nice and trimmed.
Yeah,
and,
but that's like almost questionable as to if that's a beard or not. There, who you look like George Michael or something. He does that gig.
I will be your father figure.
No, what does that song mean?
Put your tiny...
And his beard.
Thank you, Steve. That was very nice of you.
Well, Nancy, thanks for noticing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I noticed it right away.
Thanks for giving a darn.
I give a darn. You know that. Mm-hmm. I also wanted to mention that looking at you guys like that, playing the bongos reminds me of my old, younger days.
Your younger days? Older days.
Does that make you feel good or what?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I remember going into there was a place, I grew up in Denver, and there's a place called the Green Spider.
The what spider?
Green Spider.
Green Spider.
Yeah. And it was an espresso place, and poets would sit there and do their things.
Kind of get intellectual and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. We're getting intellectual.
You're getting a what?
Intellectual.
Oh, yes.
No nocturnal marsupials this week.
How do you know?
Well, I don't. But, that's true. The last week it wasn't scheduled either.
We weren't expecting that. Get some other...
But not even any tape of one.
Maybe nocturnal
yeah.
mammals? No, well, we're nocturnal mammals.
Well, so is an opossum. Or possum, depending on which pronunciation. It's either way. I looked it up, Dave. Look it up.
I know, but it's the pronunciation.
No, there's two pronunciations.
Oh, okay.
You want to get boring? Let's discuss pronunciation of opossums.
Yeah. How do you like that, Kathy? Huh?
Yeah, Kathy. This show's for you, Kathy.
Now, Nancy, let me get a quick correction here, or an opinion on your part. Now, do you feel our opening is like too boring?
I didn't say the show was too boring. Kelly's over here going, yes. But I didn't say the beginning of the show. With the girls with the bats. She doesn't like the girls with the bats.
Girls what?
The girls with the bats in the very beginning when they're doing this.
You don't like that? I figured that's some sort of Covina mating ritual or something.
Those girls are 12 years old. They're too young to mate.
Well, you got to start young.
Yeah, well, it's just, you know what, it's just I didn't say the beginning was boring. Somebody else must have said
No, I'm just curious if you thought that. There
Thank
they
you,
are.
thank
See,
you.
there they are. They're kind of cool, huh?
that. Kelly's yelling, "Get him off!" Well, the song in the beginning is not too cool.
You mean the last song?
No, the first
Oh,
one.
that's Pink Floyd. Give me a break.
The first song?
Yeah,
The lady
first
singing?
yeah.
That's Lark Ellen, though.
That's Lark Ellen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They named a damn street after her, Nancy.
Yeah, I know. Just past Azusa.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But she actually lived here, and she was a famous opera star of the time. And we happen to have an exclusive recording of it, so we figure if that's Quintessential Covina, if I ever heard it, Dave.
Yeah.
So she's part
Pretty
of our
quintessent.
opening. But thank you for your opinion.
Oh, sure, my pleasure.
Just like Kathy.
Kathy, thank you for your opinion, Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy's going to get it all night, huh?
Boy, she's probably a very good friend of Margaret's. Margaret's probably just boycotted the show.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry about the news segment, folks.
Yeah, no news tonight.
Well, Joe's back.
Joe is back.
Joe is back.
Oh, Kelly wants to know what's with the shades.
It's just part of the whole evening thing.
It's the beat show. This is our...
The
They
main
don't
beat-
like beatnik, actually. Beatnik is more of a
Beat.
derogatory, but they're called the beats.
Beats.
In just a
Not
few minutes, we're going to have...
either.
Yeah, like in...
It's like
could you
borscht
pass
or
the
something.
beats, please? The different kind of beats.
Like, for sure.
Like, oh my
So-
god!
No, that's wrong.
Yeah. Well, Nancy, thanks a lot.
My pleasure, Marty. And Dave. Hi, Steve. I want to say hi to Steve. Kelly usually says her hi. Is he waving?
Steve's waving, of course he is.
Steve
He's
is
waving.
And I didn't have to tenacity too much tonight, so I was glad.
That's right. No exercise. No, you have to exercise your
We'll leave
tenacious
the big words to
skills.
Robin and Larry tonight. They'll have a plethora of them.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Well, I have to
A
say
veritable cornucopia
Cornucopia
of big words.
of multi-syllable words.
$2 words.
You better stop there. I'll have to put Kelly to bed.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
All right, guys.
Thanks for calling.
Uh-huh.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, hey, we've got some things to give away tonight, Marty.
What kind of things, Dave?
Let's not forget.
The dog guy, Don West.
Don West. I feel pretty bad because he gave us these certificates to give away quite a while ago, but it's for a full free dog training session.
Don has cable, right?
Yeah, Don
He's
has
probably
cable.
watching.
My boy, Don,
Don,
if you're
you
watching, give us a
knucklehead.
call. He hasn't been around for a while.
He hasn't been around. You
Maybe
said he
he's
called
mad.
or something, didn't you?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to
Hello.
call.
Hello,
Who's this?
this is Kathy.
Hi,
Kathy.
I
Kathy.
just called to tell you you're doing better. And I have a message from Nancy Fournier, and she wants to tell the guy on the left that you look better with the beard. But you look all right now, but you look a little better with the beard.
Think so?
That's what she said.
No, it's going to take time.
Nancy Fournier from Covina.
Thank you, Nancy.
Nancy, do we know Nancy Fournier?
I don't know.
The name sounds very
She has a
familiar.
daughter named Lisa Fournier and a son named Mike Fournier.
Oh, that clears that up.
Well, thanks.
Well, thanks,
thank
Kathy.
you.
We appreciate you calling back.
I'm glad
Bye.
you're enjoying it more. We won't bug you as much then.
Okay.
All right. But we will still a little.
Did we give anything to Kathy? Did we give her anything?
I don't think so. Just a hard time, Dave.
We should give her something.
How
How about a Friday's Fling?
a Friday's fling will probably do.
Kathy,
huh?
if you're watching, we would like you to come by and pick up a Friday's Fling. Let's give her 2. That way she can possibly take a
yeah,
fling to...
we have
to,
a few of those babes.
it's
pups
good
here.
for a drink or non-alcoholic drink, right? It's like good for a dessert or
It's
something.
good. Have a fling, a smoothie, an appetizer, or a dessert on me.
That'd be
And,
disgusting. At least I hope you clean
I
first.
know. It's like yuck. But Kathy, stop down here on Monday or the day of your choice, and these are yours. Well, so much for that. And you know what else we have to give away tonight?
An autographed picture of Randy
Randy
Mantu.
Mantu.
Or a baby's arm holding an apple.
Oh, and boy, I hate to give this one up too. This is Justine Bateman and the mystery. I can't get no satisfaction. You know what? If you play this side and wear it out, it's okay. It's on the other side too.
Boy, that's a promotional copy, not for
Yeah,
sale.
not for
We
sale,
can't sell
so-
that. It'd be against the law for us to sell that. Be against the law for us to be on the air in general,
Yeah.
but especially if we were to sell promotional copies of 45s.
But anyway, it's 967 self.
Yeah, I like that 967 South. It'd be nice. Maybe down the road we'll be able to get our own like QC number Like,
well, yeah. Well, we'll get an 800
like
number.
Covina.
Someday we'll be
only
we'll be
6
stretching out as far as, say, Glendora and Irwindale, and we can get an we can get an 800 number then. Dave.
Wow, that's overwhelming. I can't think about that right now. That's
Fuente.
La Fuente. Talk to my friend Chewy. La Fuente.
Yeah, well, that will go good with
Chewy from La Fuente.
Los Lobos.
Yes, Los Lobos will be right here on your TV screen. They're not in the studio with us.
It's weird without a beard, Dave.
It's weird without a beard. You're a poet. It's weird without a beard. A beard is weird to not have on your face. If you were just a little bit more in distress.
if I expel gases violently here or something, I have a cold, so excuse me. Almost didn't make it.
Oh boy, almost missed show number 2. This is my 9th show. This is your 8th?
Yeah, Dave, if you want to
look at it that way.
Look at it that way, yes. You've made all of them. I haven't.
You know, one thing, before we go to a break, I think we're getting ready to take a break pretty quick. We'll give away some stuff over the course of the night. We got lots of good stuff to give away. If you have a dog, we're going to have a dog trivia question. If you have a pet and you would like your pet trained, this is good for a complete pet training session. It's a heck of a deal, I must be honest with you.
He must be.
$90 value?
I think so.
Yeah, that's our biggest prize we've ever given away.
It's not cheap to make your dog behave, you know.
That's for darn sure. But
sure it is.
I'd like to say that
Rob Van Reel's not here to.
I hope that people will enjoy watching. We put together these little movie clips right before we go to a public service announcement. I'd kind of like to get people's opinion on that. Maybe Kathy could call back and let us know what she thinks of the movie clip. What's our first one? What's our first clip, Marty? Do you know?
I forget, Dave.
I've never heard of that one. Okay, well, I guess right now we're going to watch I Forget. I Forget Dave. Okay, so...
It's like I Remember Mama. It's a sequel.
I Just Remembered Mama. Are you ready to take a break?
No, sir. Waiting for a lady.
Please, boss, let's go. Ain't nothing but trouble for you here.
Coming back. I know she's coming back.
We'll take the car and drive all night. We'll get drunk. We'll go fishing and stay away until she's gone.
Shut up and go home, will you?
No, sir. I'm staying right here.
I grab Bugatti, then she walks in. Well, where it goes. One in, one out. Sam.
Yes, boss.
It's December 1941 in Casablanca. What time is it in New York?
What? My watch stopped.
I bet they're asleep in New York. I bet they're asleep all over America. Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
My mother, she drinks a lot, and it got me addicted.
Drinking had taken me so far down, I had to get out of my house.
It made me do things that I never thought I'd do.
If I take one drink, I'm gonna take another and another because I can't control myself, and I'll die.
Hey, yo, alcohol is a drug, and you can get hooked on it. And the younger you start, the more damage you can do. Word.
I'm cool in my way, not by drinking.
Now I can see going to college.
Say no, and say yes to your life.
Mission overview, we're taking off out of March. We'll be refueling on air refueling track 307 east-west. There'll be multiple rendezvous.
Today's technology leader, the United States Air Force, offers opportunity, education, and training. Training that can count toward college credit through the Community College of the Air Force. Your Air Force recruiter has all the facts. See him today. Find out how you can become part of the Air Force team. Aim high. Air Force.
Yeah, we're back with a beat, with a revenge. This is Brutus Chieftain.
I am Brutus Chieftain!
Yeah, I guess we can pot down his microphone.
There goes my other ear. Hey!
Yeah, right.
Brutus, welcome to Quintessential Covina.
Beautiful to be here, man.
Isn't it?
It's my favorite place in Covina. Next to that park in front of the police station. I really enjoy having lunch there.
That's nice where they have the sign where they put little community events.
Yeah.
Do they? They have a bulletin board or something like that down there?
Well, you know, they have, yeah, it's like Miss Covina pageant, August, whatever's happening.
I see.
Uh-oh.
Someone's trying to get in the door.
Somebody's trying to get in. Or
gosh,
somebody invisible's trying to get
We're
out.
being taken over, Brutus.
So tell us about Poets in Distress, Brutus.
Yeah, come on in. The door's locked.
Can you unlatch that there?
There you go.
There you go. Must be important. Oh, great. Great.
Come on.
Better be important.
Put that down now.
Yeah, put that down.
Yeah.
There.
Okay, Poets in Distress. It's just a little genteel poetry club we started in 1982 at Wing's Chinese restaurant on Citrus. It was right by the theater before it went bust. And we met up with some beats at Naropa Institute for the 25th anniversary celebration, the publication of Jack Kerouac's book On the Road. And then we decided, hey, if they could do it, we could do it. So we started giving poetry readings in Covina, our hometown, a lovely town. And we ended up getting kicked out of every place we ever read at here. So finally now
Why is that, Brutus?
we're a little exuberant, energetic, happy.
And for
People
that,
find that offensive?
And for that, you get kicked out?
Yeah. Well,
Exuberance?
remember, Covina's also the town that anytime there's any youth-oriented clubs in town, they're always harassed by the city fathers. So, sure, for that.
So what was your first interest in beatnikism or beatism, or what would you call that?
Beat poetry, because you've got to keep the poetry forefront. It was having fun with words, playing along, and just letting the language take us wherever we wanted to go, wherever it wanted to take us, instead of worrying about structured form, structured verse.
Mm-hmm. Now, is it more for having fun, or are you really trying to make a statement?
Yeah.
We try to tell the truth about our lives.
A realistic look? Is
Right.
that what you're saying? You're taking a totally realistic look?
This is all,
I have my blanket truth
This is all
manifesto.
drawn from life experiences then.
Right.
Well, somebody that there's been lots of movies, there's been a couple of different movies made about, and, I actually had this picture here a second ago. I want to show a picture of Jack Kerouac, who is really the father of
our founder.
Of the Beats.
Father of the Beat generation. Jack Kerouac, who wrote...
Here he is with Neil Cassidy. Jack.
Right. He wrote On the Road, The Dharma Bombs, Subterraneans.
If we can get a who's not on there.
Who's not?
Jack Kerouac is the best novelist of the Beat generation.
This is Jack here, and this is Neil Cassidy right there.
He wrote...
pretty well-known authors and the men of their time.
Right.
They traveled around a lot. Got to know the world, so to speak. Is it that kind of the purpose?
The thing was to get in a car and drive. And Neil Cassidy drove for Jack, and Jack kept journals and wrote about it later. I think he wrote 14 novels.
Now, there was a movie out not too long ago, a few years back, with Sissy Spacek, John Hurt, and...
Heartbeat.
Yeah, it was Heartbeat, with also, what's his name? Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte, yeah.
Now, that was the story of the three of them, right?
Yeah, but it was pretty Hollywood. I wouldn't look into it for biographical facts about them. You have to look to their books. But yeah.
So you were a writer. Do you consider yourself a writer?
That's how I live, and that's how I eat, writing. I don't make much money off this poetry gig.
Where's security when you need it?
Doors closed when you have it in there. Boy, I tell you.
You got a lot of strange people wandering in off Roland over here.
Really?
Are these people all coming over from Branca Park? Is that what it is?
I think so. I think they're coming.
Yeah.
in Glendora.
Now you have a poem you want to read for us tonight called "Nuns in Uniforms Get Free Donuts." Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Why don't you read that for us real quick?
Can I have some bongo playing?
Can you hand me the bongos down here?
Anybody need any bongos?
Official PID bongo action.
There you go.
PID. Oh, it's in distress bongos.
Yeah, can you hand me a tambourine too so we can play?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want this to be like PID.
Nuns in uniforms get free donuts. Cops, yes, but now nuns don't. This is not right. A society palookaed against itself cannot stand. There's a Foster's Donut Shop a block away from my trailer on Alasta Avenue. The Glendora cops cruise 5 miles up Alasta and then back, looking for drunk drivers and free glaze. Then I show up, reeling from too much poetry. It's nerve-blood city when they see me. They frown at my unshaven sandals and study leather code books. I smile security stanzas, trying to put them happy. Harmless me, I joke, but they play with loaded pistols. One time, a late praying nun joined us for donuts. It was her chocolate habit, she said. Hello, sister, I said.
Hello, sister, the cop said. Then we were two parochials demurely donutting. Sister slapped our knuckles with a maple bar, playfully ruling the scene. I bought her donuts, he bought her coffee. Nuns in uniforms get free donuts.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Now, what is that about? Tell me, what was your inspiration to write?
Foster's Donuts?
Going up to Foster's on a lost day, and always the cops there getting free donuts, and I thought, wait a minute. Why should these guys with their weapons and their harassment techniques be given free donuts and not some nuns who don't hurt anybody? You know, they pray to God for us. They're gentle. They've given up their sexuality for the church. They're the ones that deserve the donuts.
Yeah, anybody giving up sexuality deserves donuts.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if I'd trade my sexuality for donuts.
Well, I wouldn't trade, but that's the least you could get
if you had to give it up, I guess I'd at least one donut.
Do you have a caller? Who's that? Who's laughing on television there?
Kathy? Is she calling back?
Who's this?
No, this is Ida.
Hi, Ida.
Hi.
So
I just wanted to know what the thing was there on the background. No, the other, that other thing. No, the T-shirt.
It's Dr. Ruth.
It looks, no.
This one?
It's not Dr. Ruth.
It's a
Look.
It's a T-shirt.
It's a tie-dye T-shirt.
I thought it was a zebra.
No.
It's a T-shirt over a motorcycle helmet, standing on a microphone
stand.
stand.
It's a large sea monkey's shirt. He joined Poets in Distress for a while, but then was forced to quit when he dehydrated to death.
Okay. Well, okay, you guys. I was watching you for a while.
That's it, Ida?
I was watching you for a while.
You're joking with us.
So, keep on doing the good work.
Thanks, you too.
Okay.
Thanks,
and,
you're beautiful.
Bye-bye.
Idaho, Ida, hey, hey.
Ida, try and get happy.
Or Ida.
Darn.
Hello?
Hello. Who's this? Hello, who's this?
Hi, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, this is Margaret.
Hi, Margaret.
How you guys doing?
Good, how about yourself?
Pretty good.
Well, I'll tell you, this is my first time to watch you. I just tuned in a few minutes ago. Yeah.
Well, this is a hell of a show for you to see for the first time.
It is. It's a wonderful show. If I only knew what was going on, I would really probably enjoy it.
We're sharing the same feeling here.
Well, I have a question for your guest.
Okay.
Shoot.
Since I'm in an older generation, I really never understood the beatnik or the, beatnik generation. Can you tell me a little bit about that? I mean, what was their thing? Were they all against Vietnam, or I don't want to bring up any bad things,
Vietnam,
Yeah.
But
The beat heyday was from 1945 till about 63. So they didn't really get active against Vietnam till after that. It was mainly a group of writers, poets, bohemians who didn't buy into the American dream of it's Brutus, B-R-U-T-U-S.
Brutus.
Yeah.
He'll get it. He should have fixed it on the air. He usually does that kind of stuff.
They didn't believe in militarism. They believed in peace, poetry, bongos, and they were hedonists because they believed that at any moment the atom bomb could destroy the world. And they believed that it was the first time in the history of man when at any moment the whole culture could be destroyed. So that was why they decided we're not going to worry about structuring our verse into iambic pentameter or any other forms. We're just going to write it as it comes because who knows, we might not be here the next minute.
Oh, so that was their philosophy.
Right.
Well, what happened to the philosophy of caring about other people, though?
That's a big part of it. Yeah, that's a big part of the philosophy.
That was a big part of it.
Right.
Am I getting too serious for this show?
Maybe.
No.
Did you read about it in the Choice Guide? Is that what brought you to watch it?
Well, I tell you, like I said, I tuned in because I thought the programming for tonight's television, was on there.
Yeah.
And I just saw you guys, and I went, gee, what are these guys doing over here? What
taking over the airwaves.
I guess our message is getting across, Dave.
No, I was just, curious because I'm an older person, like I said, and I was just wondering what their philosophy was during that time. Are you, Brutus, are you still carrying this philosophy on?
Yeah, tempered by modern reality.
Meaning what?
Jaded by inverted pyramids.
Is that supposed to make sense?
What's it?
It does.
Yeah, it does.
I'm still carrying on parts of the philosophy, but I'm not trying to imitate them. And I think Poets in Distress, we've taken it. I was talking to an old beat today, Will Margolis, who edited Beatitude magazine, and what he said was, "You're half beatnik," which was the ones that came later and dressed up, didn't necessarily write a lot of poetry, half beatnik and half beat. And so the beats being the poets. So we've merged the entertainment with the poetry, and we're carrying on the tradition that they started. They had to fight for their freedoms. They had to fight for the freedom of language, freedom of truth. In 1957, Allen Ginsberg's book Howl got seized by U.S. Customs coming into San Francisco from Europe, where it was published. And when Customs couldn't do anything about it, they said it was obscene, then the postmaster of San Francisco and the police of San Francisco got juvenile authorities to declare it obscene, and they arrested him. And there was a large trial with many famous literary figures like Walter von Tilburg Clark, who testified for the Beats, for Howl. So let me make what I'm trying to say is that they had to fight for their freedom of speech.
Of speech.
Right.
Yeah.
And now it's right here on local cable. Can you believe that?
Yeah, this is great because he's bringing up a lot of points that most of us never realized had happened because we weren't in that generation and we weren't aware of what these kids were thinking. You know, to me, they're still kids. You know,
yeah, but
and they are our future here. And to me, you know, the way I was raised. And the way I feel, because I was also in the Army, freedom for everyone, you know, that's the way I was brought up.
Yeah, well, I'd rather have beatniks and gangs.
And what I feel in my heart, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's what I feel in my heart. No matter where there's oppression or where there's, if we're asked to go to help people, then we should go. Because we're one of the greatest nations in the world.
Yeah, instead of spending all of our tremendous wealth on the military, we should actually spend it to combat poverty, ignorance, and disease.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Cockroaches.
Because, on that, I do agree with you. There's too much of it here in our own country.
Right.
And we are spending millions and millions in other countries where it's not appreciated and it's going in the pockets of the politicians.
Could David Dreyer call up and tell us why we're doing this? Is David out there?
He lives on the farm. Okay. Well, let me ask you a more happy note. Do you ever appear here in Covina? Or since you've gotten kicked out of every place, is there a chance that someone might put you on?
We'd love to be back. Maybe somebody can book us a room somewhere.
It would be nice.
Yeah, we miss it. Covina is always such a peaceful town until they tell us we can't come back.
Just for your freedom of speech, huh?
Right.
Oh,
well, we have sometimes we don't censor ourselves at all, and I believe in the Blanket Truth Manifesto, where I tell the whole truth about myself, my sexual feelings, my political feelings. Sometimes it's not happy, sometimes it is, but
people should want to hear that. As a matter of fact, I have 2 teenage girls of this area sitting right here with me right now, who would like to say hi.
Yeah.
And they appreciate everybody's freedom, and they too are of a different generation than you are, you know. So these kids are different.
I hope they're writing some poetry. I hope you're teaching them poetry.
Well, as a matter of fact, I have a daughter here that likes to put everything down in words.
All right.
For herself, you know. Her feelings and how she feels about life and what's going on in her life, and
get her some bongos.
It's her personal stuff. It's nothing, you know, to be probably try to get published, but
it doesn't matter. She can do what I did: publish your own little books, and just sell them to people for $3. You don't have to have some major. You don't have to wait for Time Magazine to do a spread on you, or for some publisher to come along and pick it up. Just publish it yourself, hand it out to your friends.
Well, that sounds like a wonderful idea.
It's American.
I think people's feelings, and especially these kids, you know, of this generation, she's 16, and she tries to put everything down in writing, you know, how she feels and what's going on.
She doesn't put everything down in life.
Yeah, really.
I think it helps.
That's what we do on this show.
I think it helps her a lot, you know, in her own understanding of herself and what's going on around her.
Poetry is truth, and truth is the light, and God is the light, so...
Oh, I'm so glad for you to say God. I'm glad you have him on your side, too.
Well, remember, part of the Beat generation, the way they got the term beat was beatitude, which it means angelic. So all the Beats all knew that God was there somewhere.
That's wonderful. Okay, Brutus, they're going to say bye to you. We're going to say bye so somebody else can call you, so it won't be so serious.
Okay.
Okay, honey. Bye, Brutus. Bye.
Bye. Was Maynard G. Krebs a real beatnik?
Nah, well, he was a real beatnik. They brought in the term beatnik. Herb Cain from the San Francisco Chronicle coined the term beatnik. He mixed the term beat with Sputnik, and he tried to imply that the Beats were communistic. So they called them beatnik, and it was a put-down. Remember, the McCarthy hearings were going on at the time. There was a great witch hunt in America against anyone who had any seemingly leftist leanings. So the Beats did not like being called beatniks, but there was nothing they could do about it.
Hello, caller.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. I was wondering, where are you appearing now, Brutus?
We've been appearing a lot in Los Angeles at Beyond Baroque, and we've been going to some open readings in Ontario. Right now, Poets in Distress has a 3-month season every year, from October till the end of January. So right now, we concentrate on the rest of the year on writing poetry instead of worrying about performing. So right now, we're not really out there, but you can get a hold of us at 335-6951. That's our phone number. And call us up, leave your name and address, and we'll put you on our mailing list so that when we do have a gig, you can be there.
Is that number is in the phone book under something?
I
didn't get a chance to write it down.
It's under my wife's maiden name, which I...
Oh.
You got a pencil now?
Steve, can we put this up on the screen?
Yeah, why don't you do that perhaps a little later, yeah. So you're saying it's October before you'd actually be appearing?
Well, see, we never know what we're going to do one day to the next. That's the thing.
Here they are in QC. I mean,
That's
what more?
true. Who would have guessed, right?
We just wherever anyone who wants us to appear somewhere can invite us, and we will love to gig there.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, I wanted to ask you a quick question.
Who's that? What's your name?
Jason.
Jason?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was on Wednesdays a lot of times around 5 or 6 o'clock. I go down to Fridays.
Right.
And there's was like twice a fellow in there. I thought it was actually you and having a drink, and walked by and it didn't appear to be you at all. You don't go down there on Wednesdays by chance, do you?
I kind of vary. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I kind of go every once in a while.
Yeah. By the way, I don't think Marty looks so bad without his beard. I think he looks sort of clean cut.
He looks like the original Marty that I used to know. That's
I appreciate it, but it really doesn't matter. It just sometimes
he's married. What does he care what people think?
Sometimes I don't have a beard.
Yeah, well, it's tough with Dave being such a sex symbol and so on. It's sort of tough to compete. I know.
Well, yeah. I'm not
hey, Dave. By the way, I think those glasses even enhance your sex appeal.
Thank you very much.
You think so, Jason?
Pardon?
You think so?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, sort of.
If I'm supposedly a sex symbol, the only reason it is because we haven't been able to get Steve on camera yet.
I know.
That's why we have been avoiding that.
Steve gets me hot. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Is that right? Well, listen. One final question to Brutus and his friends there. Did the young lady ever play in a folk band?
We should introduce everybody real quick. Brutus, would you introduce everybody real quick?
Sure. This is Anders Pope. This is Lou Lossing. And actually, the young lady just arrived today
in the country not more than
12
hours ago.
From England.
5 minutes.
Really?
She's a friend of my brother's from Japan. She was staying in Japan teaching English there with my brother, and he sent her over here. So I don't even know who she is.
I'm Jane Crossley.
Jane Crossley.
I see.
But that's what makes life so wonderful, huh?
And tonight, after the news segment and after Larry and Robin, we're going to have all 4 of them up here, and they're going to. And Marty and I will probably join them too, and we'll kind of go through and read some poetry and burn some incense and get beat.
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't want to tie up the line much, let other people call, but I just wanted to tell you, hey, I really enjoy the show, And Dave, I hope to see you down at Fridays on the Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, I'm going to be out of town, but maybe the next Wednesday or something.
Okay.
And Marty, keep up the good work.
Pardon me?
Keep up the good work.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, Jason. Bye-bye. All right.
Really?
Yes.
The British-Japanese folk band.
It's Sinead O'Connor with hair, actually.
It's Mary from Peter, Paul, and Mary, isn't it?
This is an incredible experience.
I know. I'm getting that 60s flashback experience. Dave's going wild.
Thank you. Well, what if we get another call?
Is there another
We
call?
should go to the news before too long.
Yeah, we should go to the news. We got big news happening today.
Some really big news.
Big news show.
Some big news.
Well, anyway.
I'd like to read a poem now since nothing's happened.
Okay, why don't you read another poem? Anklet?
Roger Moore.
This is the title. Anklet. Listening to James Bond music under a tree at Cal Poly. The girls here look pretty, but they're too hard. None of them smiling, all of them jogging with nice ankles. What if I couldn't say ankles? What if it were a dirty word? It wouldn't stop me from thinking about them. I'd write poems about ankles anyway, and be embarrassed and bold when I read them to pretty co-eds. All the ankles here are shaved and tanned, just the way I like them. Ankles, ankles, let me be your anklet. Let me chase you jogging, sniffing, licking, and nipping at your ankles like a bad dog. Except I'm a man, a friendly man. I can say ankle-let.
Yeah. That's cool. I like
that.
That
Was nice. That was great. That was good.
Would you like to hear another one?
Let's hear another one.
Yeah.
We'll hear one more. We'll take a break and come back with QC News.
Okay, hear that, Steve? One more. We're going to...
In anticipation of Jacques Cousteau's death. A Dream, June 1984. In anticipation of Jacques Cousteau's death, a new sport, Olympus, porpoise riding. Young girls, virgins, wearing the two-piece suits of their nations. Bodies wet and nubile. Pier dive onto waiting porpoises. Beatific porpoises flip in the air before virgin catching, submerging without wake to Neptune's Atlantis. Neptune, with swirling hair and beard, removes their bathing suits, wraps them in sea bass bubbles. Down to Atlantis, codfish Atlantis, emerald Atlantis, paradise Atlantis. She-god Calypso brings Jacques Yves Cousteau. Down to Atlantis, God home Atlantis, eternal Atlantis, passion Atlantis. Jacques' boat Calypso brings him home. Jacques receives the naked virgins, balances them on nature's trident. Then, somehow, still virgins, but now mermaids, they sway and giggle as Jacques, old pollution fighter of the depths, takes them to his cockle-shelled castle to aquamarine blessedness. All hail Jacques Cousteau! All mourn Jacques Cousteau. Thank you. I got that poem ready when Jacques died.
Yeah.
All right.
Be the first.
And with that, we'll be right back with QC News.
See you.
I'm a friend of Sarah Connor. I was told that she's here. Could I see her, please?
No, can't see her. She's making a statement.
Where is she?
Look, it may take a while. You want to wait? There's a bench over there.
I'll be back.
Willie boy, I'm glad we're doing this thing together.
Yeah, that's because we share the same feelings about space technology.
That's right. And it's led to benefits for all of us, too.
Like this little gizmo. It's a medical system that's implanted.
That means it releases medication automatically. Are you listening?
And they believe it'll be the way to treat diseases like diabetes in the years ahead.
And it came from space research.
One of the down-to-earth benefits for everyone.
Willie, me, and you.
Space technology.
This is what's in it for you.
Be seated. The enemy has penetrated our lines.
Last week, these soldiers were on their civilian jobs. Now they're working to protect our country. They're members of the National Guard and Reserve, and they make up a full third of our nation's defense. But they need time to train. If you're an employer, give them that time. This was an exercise to help keep our forces trained and ready. Support the National
If you're interested in buying, selling, or advertising real estate property, then the Easy Real Estate Television Network is just for you.
Each week we present properties for sale in the LA area to over 650,000 prospective buyers and sellers.
So watch us every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday from 10 to 11 p.m. on Channel 14.
Call us to advertise your real estate property at 481-2677.
Remember, that's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 10 p.m. on Channel 14.
See you there.
How did you choose tonight's program pieces?
I wanted to pick a representative band concert with marches, Broadway show tunes, light numbers, some semi-classical numbers, novelty numbers, that kind of thing. Well balanced.
Charles King, the former director of the Covina Concert Band, commented on the performance.
Well, I've only been out about 4 months, I guess. No, I left 4 months ago. And right now they have to get used to the new director, you know. And he has to get used to them. So you don't have the precision that you have when you've worked together for years.
How do you think tonight's performance went?
I thought they did very well, except once in a while it was a little bit off, you know, because they're not used to his beats, you see.
Although the turnout wasn't as large as last year's, the audience really seemed to enjoy the performance.
Very good, and I was closest to heaven than I'd ever heard.
She was a sweet lady. The band sounded very good. I think that the variety in the program, which ranged from marches to show tunes, added a lot of life to their program. And if you missed it last night, we will still be able to hear more of them this summer when they start their concerts every week beginning in July.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. What did you do today, Joe?
Well, today I was out at the Renaissance Pleasure Fair in Agora celebrating England's victory over the Spanish Armada. And the day was filled with plenty of food, drink, buxom wenches, so to speak, and jousting nights, etc., etc. So if you have a chance to get out there, it's really worth it to go out there and enjoy the day. The fair runs on weekends through June 5th, and it's really a lot of fun. So it's my little plug. What do you have to say?
Well, what about the weather?
Oh, the weather, yeah, okay. Now look at the local weather. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, of course, and it should be clear, about 70 degrees. So enjoy, have a good day.
Okay. Finally, tonight we have a story that's very appropriate for this time of year. A Covina woman has been named Mother of the Year. Deborah Frederick, a single mother, was recently chosen for the award by the San Gabriel Valley Tribune. The annual contest held by the Tribune asked children to write on why they think their mother is so special and deserves this award. Frederick's daughter Rachel nominated her mother as part of a class assignment at Lark Ellen School in Covina. Rachel feels that her mom is special because she is different and nice, and she puts up with her hobbies, and she puts up with her 2 pet rats. I don't know if I would do that. Probably. I think I'd do that.
Well, I thought you said you didn't like animals. We had that, opossum last
Oh,
week.
that was horrible.
You were curling up in a ball, like fearing for your life.
No, I'm not much for
No
rodents.
dogs. I can't believe you don't like dogs. A nice, lovable dog that would, save his or risk his life to save you and your family. And you don't like dogs.
I don't know about
That's
that.
my beef with you. That's my beef.
Oh, okay.
So.
Anyway, that's going to do it for us tonight. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Take care of your mothers and give her a call tomorrow. Should probably be the busiest day of the year as far as the telephone company is concerned.
Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of the show. We got, a lot more to see. Brutus Chieftain and, of course, Robin and Larry with their debate, so it should be fun.
We're glad they're here.
That's it.
Thank you. Good night.
We're out of here.
I thought I told you never to walk in here without knocking.
Yeah, I know.
What's this?
I'm not sure.
What's
it about? I don't know.
Get knocked off. They don't. No, and they don't like the way you move that great girl in here. One of you and the boys been running my business.
Who's that?
Right now. We're cruising in on
I think the guy in the hat did something terrible.
Who wants to be next?
Like what?
Bunch of fatheads.
You're so analytical. Sometimes you just have to let art flow over you. I'm hungry.
Off we go! Off we go!
Plan on entering the North Tack through the valley here. We'll go to the CP, contact Nell 73. And 2, we'll be going to IP 804. Once we reach there, plan on the first attack being a wedge attack. We'll use the guns on the runway up here. 3, I'd like to have you bring your element in 30 seconds later with guns off.
Aim high! The U.S. Air Force!
Red, what I'd like you to do is bring your guys up here to 802. And
The United States Air Force offers opportunities for education and training. Training that will put you at the leading edge of today's technology. Find out how you can become part of today's Air Force. See your Air Force recruiter today.
Aim high in the Air Force! The U.S. Air Force!
We are fortunate tonight to be able to bring you here on QC 2 of the great political and social commentators of our time. On the right, noted social scientist, educator, and patriot, Mr. Lawrence M. Weiner. On the right, which Marty typed up wrong, on the left, the eminent intellectual freethinker and bon vivant J. Robin, also known as Red Robin Freeman. I must add that the views and opinions expressed in this program do not necessarily reflect those of American cable systems. Thank you.
Thank you. My fellow Americans, the good, God-fearing citizens of Covina, I am proud to be here with you tonight, to share my thoughts with you and to stand up for America. Tonight, we're going to look at one of the critical issues of our time, the oppression of the freedom-loving people of Nicaragua, and those brave men, the freedom fighters, who at this very moment are in a desperate battle to overturn the tyranny of communist oppression on their beloved soil. The Sandinistas, along with their Russian and Cuban masters, have come a long way toward their goals of destroying liberty, freedom, and justice in this woe-begone land. But as long as the breath of life still stirs within the breast of even one freedom fighter, these evil men will never rest easy, for they know that even one flickering ember of resistance to their evil empire will one day burst into flame, and they will be consumed by the fires of freedom. Don't be misled by those who say that Nicaragua is not our concern, for the freedom of all mankind concerns all real Americans. And don't believe the lies of those leftists who would tell you that Nicaragua just wants to be left alone to live in peace. Their goals are the same as that of their Bolshevik masters in the Kremlin. First, to undermine the freedom of their neighbors in Central America, and then to spread their venomous treachery throughout our hemisphere. They'll never be satisfied until all mankind is ground under the iron heel of the Marxist boot. Now I say to you is the time for all Americans to stand up and be counted. Let us not stand by while certain leftist elements try to betray these brave men and women and sell the freedom fighters down the river. Stand tall with the great patriots of our time, men like Ronald Wilson Reagan and Oliver North, and tell your government that we demand the continuing support of the freedom fighters until their ultimate victory over darkness. What's that what on earth are you putting on?
I'm proud to wear this, the international symbol for peace.
Funny. You know what that reminds me of? The foot of the great American chicken.
Yeah,
that's
right,
the footprint.
Right. You've had your say.
I don't think so.
I appreciate this opportunity to speak to the noble citizens of Covina tonight about this important issue of Nicaragua, an issue that challenges the very foundations of our peace-loving ideals and belief in fair play. For after all, when reason voices, being the prudent utterances of informed and amiable men, speak out on the crucial events of our times, then the general public and the average citizens, such as yourselves, can begin to be properly educated as to the true facts of the situation by those persons such as myself who are your intellectual superiors. However, the bellicose, the bombastic, the belligerent may not be so generally disposed to reasoned debate, ever favoring brute force to the illuminating light of intellectual insight, and the passion of confused xenophobia to the spirit of peace and tranquility. These self-appointed purveyors of truth, piously postulating their rhetoric of paranoia, echoing the syllogisms of fear prepared for them by their dark overlords from the far corners of corporate America. In their Orwellian newspeak, freedom means the freedom to be exploited for the gain of the few, to the detriment of the many. Liberty means liberation from the care and security of the benevolent state, to struggle alone and forlorn against the militarists and the forces of imperialism. Justice? For these ideologues, justice means the corrupt exploiters stay in power, to beat down the cries of the people, with the wealthy class suffering no just retribution for their crimes, while the people suffer the full penalty, yea, even unto death, for the slightest transgression. A wise man once said, "From each according to his ability, to each according to his need." And this happy marriage of aptitude and penury bears fruit to a blissful offspring, a joyous and content population, for the working hard for the good of all. But these self-righteous men, monogamous all, hate this precious union. They hoarsely shout that the people must be free, yes, free to suffer the tyranny of oppression from the demagogues of Wall Street. And what price freedom for Nicaragua? Who will set the price on this cherished commodity, and who will pay it? That motley crew of mercenary miscreants, those latter-day Hessians and sunshine patriots known as the Contras? Ha! Give me a break, will you? Get serious. The money for their aggression, their counter-revolutionary posturing, was raised by those men already indicted and provided by His Holiness, the Ayatollah Khomeini. Why? Why, you ask? Well, in the words of the great poet, it don't take a weatherman to tell which way the wind blows. Wake up out there. Oliver North is a criminal. A stooge used to fill the coffers of the arms merchants, and to throw a bone to the warmongers.
We know your kind. You and your ilk, you practically destroyed this great nation less than a generation ago.
Right.
Parading around with your love beads, your peace symbols on the campuses and in the streets of this great nation. Burning draft cards, smoking your marijuana
Kids,
joints.
Just say no. Just say no.
And spreading venereal disease across the land, while others, the silent majority of real Americans, stood up for this great republic. They put their lives on the line in the defense of freedom, not only in our land, but on foreign shores.
There he goes again, wrapping himself in the flag. You know, it's like the great French philosopher said, It's the last refuge of a scoundrel.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'll always stand up for the red, white, and blue.
Yeah, he's red, white, and blue, all right. He's red-necked and white-skinned and blue-collared. But look, this oxymoronic diatribe, it may fool those adolescent imbeciles in Covina, but it's not fooling me, not for a minute, not for a second.
For the sake of that great American liberty, the freedom of expression, I've stood by and listened to you insult our way of life.
I've tried.
And I don't mind taking abuse from you personally. But when you insult the good people of Covina, when you take on and say that they are unintelligent, I will not put up with it. You've gone too far this time, Red Robin.
Well, what do you propose to do?
Well, I don't know if you're man enough, but I suggest we step outside and settle this. We'll see if you can take your medicine like a man.
So why don't you lead the way?
You dirty communist!
McGruff here with Regina to sing Users Are Losers.
Users are losers and losers are users. So don't use drugs, don't use drugs. If you know a user even part of the time, tell him to quit. Take a bite out of crime. Users are losers and losers are users. So don't use drugs.
And help me take a bite out of crime.
Dan says that colon cancer is 90% curable if treated early. Maybe we should get a checkup.
Honey, I have more important things to worry about right now.
Whoa, we're on. Hey,
we're still miking up.
Okay, we're ready to go rock and roll now. How you doing, Jeff?
Pretty good.
All right. What did you?
Wait. Close up on Marty.
Close up on Marty. Go ahead, Margaret. We're going to get a close up on Marty.
See you on Marty.
See you on Marty. ECU. Okay.
And now, it's time for Jeff's note with the unmistakable Jeffrey Plummer.
Camera operators clap. Okay. No, you can't clap. They're holding the camera.
There you go. There's all your copy for the evening. Jeff the stand-in. Well, also now I'm the stand-in announcer.
Yeah,
Rob's
poor Rob.
in trouble.
Once again, for anybody who's just joined us, Steve, can we get an address ready for American Cable System? We want you to send cards and letters, get well notes, that kind of very good. He was quick. Rob Van Riel, a regular announcer, is not feeling well tonight. I believe he has a flu. Case of influenza? Should we say?
Influenza.
Influenceable. Influenceable? No. He's not feeling well.
One of his many voices is...
Why don't you give us a call? Send us a card for Rob Van Riel saying, Rob, we hope you feel better. You can write to him, Rob Van Riel, care of Quintessential Covina, 302 East Roland, Covina, California, 91723.
Yeah, that's it.
Because Rob is not with us tonight. He is sick.
Yep.
So what's up on Jeffrey's note today, Jeffrey Plummer?
Well, part of the reason I wasn't here last week is I just spent an incredible week enjoying the Cinco de Mayo festival. I went up and down Mexico. I went everywhere. So my segment tonight is on Cinco de Mayo. Actually, I spent the whole day today trying to find out actually what Cinco de Mayo was, and I'm still unable to find out. So if anybody out there knows, maybe they'll give us a call if they have the exact definition.
Nobody's going to pick up the
phone.
phone.
I'll run out and answer it too.
Yeah.
All right, we should have the phone.
We can run the phones right into here.
But tonight my story is on the local East Los Angeles band Los Lobos, who are a Mexican-orientated band who are very good.
Will survive.
Yeah.
I heard that today.
They catapulted into fame and just skyrocketed with the soundtrack of La Bamba, which was a very big movie this year.
Do you ever wonder about the term meteoric?
Meteoric?
Yeah, meteors, they go down, but they always use the term as in
meteoric,
rising.
Kind of like Led Zeppelin.
Maybe that means they're talking about speed as opposed to direction.
Velocity as opposed to...
Yeah,
well, maybe they are talking
about speed. Can I have the bongos while you say
Quaaludes?
Anyways, I put together a little piece on Los Lobos. Steve would roll it now. We'll take a look at it.
La Bamba, Los Lobos.
For almost a decade, Los Lobos have brought original rock music with a Spanish-American flair. Emerging from the East Los Angeles music scene, they played small clubs, weddings, and backyard parties just for the chance to play and hone their craft. After winning critical acclaim for their debut album Los Lobos in the early 80s, the band rose to a semi-stardom, selling out the Hollywood Palladium, the Greek Theater, and many other venues. Putting out other hits such as Will the Wolf Survive? In 1987, Los Lobos catapulted into fame for their soundtrack to the motion picture La Bamba. Their stirring recreation of such Ritchie Valens songs as Donna, Come On Let's Go, and of course La Bamba proved their capabilities in music arrangement. And now, here's a video from their new album By the Light of the Moon. The song is One Time, One Night.
Disappeared by 9:30. Who will ever know how much she loved them so? That dark night alone in America. Quiet voice singing something to me. An age-old song about the home of the brave and this land here of the free. One time, one night in America. A preacher, a teacher, and the other became a cop. A car skidded into the rain, making the last little one to say, one more light goes out in America. People having so much faith, die too soon, well, all the rest are late. We write a song that no one sings on a cold black stone where a lasting peace will finally break. I wake up to a world that's still the same. My father said to be strong, that a good man can never do wrong. In a dream I had last night in America. A wise man was telling stories to me about the places he had been to and the things that he had seen. Brave in this land here of the free. One time, one night in America. One time, one night in America.
Well, it's time for another week's QC concert calendar. And starting Sunday on the 8th, we have The Call at Bogart's. On Monday, we have the exciting 48 Crash. They're at the Coconut Teaser on the Sunset Strip. Tuesday the 10th, we have the Volcanoes at the mysterious Club Lingerie. And on Wednesday, we have child prodigy Ziggy Marley, son of Bob Marley, and Rita Marley at the Hollywood Palladium. And on Thursday the 12th, we have Abby Hoffman, who's an unusual music choice, but a very vocal activist from the 60s. He's at the Palomino. And on Friday, we have the dark, mysterious sounds for Friday the 13th of Peter Murphy, ex-Bauhaus lead singer at John Anson Ford Theater. That wraps it up for another week's QC concert calendar.
I don't want them, man.
We're on TV, guys. Hello, welcome back.
Bongo controversy.
Hi, Covina.
The first stage.
Okay.
Well, first of all, we'd like to thank Jeffrey Plummer for doing an excellent job on the report of Los Lobos, and of course QC News. They did a great job. Didn't Joe and Margaret do good tonight, guys?
Yeah, they did.
I was really
And Rob,
every week.
Robin and Larry, huh?
Robin and Larry.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah.
I think Robin's eyes, like he was pretty damaged
They're
there.
gonna call 911 or something.
I don't know.
But that's the way.
Yeah, or they got in a fight about Nicaragua.
Oh yeah.
You know, they talk about peace and that kind of stuff, and they have a war right here in our studio.
I know.
They should teach by example.
Let's give a bad impression of all of us peace activists. What was that? Right cross to the guy's chin, to the right winger's chin.
It really was. It really was a right cross, right to.
There's something poetic about it, though.
Right to the right wing, right to right.
Yeah.
He should have given a left to the left. And I think we have a caller there.
Not yet.
Oh, sorry, Jim. Jim Patrick, our sound man, said, no, we don't, Dave. Well, thank you.
Sound man, sounds off.
Sounds off. Now I hear one coming through. We'd like you to call us. We're back with the Poets in Distress. We're going to do some poetry readings. We might show some videotapes of some other past poetry readings.
Are you ready, Jane?
Mm-hmm. Jane, are you ready?
Yeah, let's have Jane go first.
First time. Well, she's never read before.
We need a microphone. Where's the handheld mic, real quick?
It's over here. Is it wired up?
I think so. Steve, is the handheld microphone?
Here, I'll hold this one.
You just
wait.
Go with it, Jane.
We'll have her in a second. No, we'll have her in a second.
We'll have it in a sec.
Well, why don't you give me her bongos and Jane's going to read hand flip.
Who wants which bongos?
Okay.
Bongo controversy at PID.
Yeah, there.
Here you go.
What the hell is that?
Total and complete organization.
Yeah. Break down the skirmishing. Yeah, we share that if you'd like.
More poetry here.
3 times Shiantra. Shiantra, Shiantra, Shirantra. May your trails be rainbowed. May your sex be magical. May your life be planetary. Eco-survivalist. In neo-tribal times. Biospheric illumination. Cosmic consciousness. Global awareness. Oneness with all life. From us springs forth a new future.
First time in America.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Jane.
Premiere of Jane.
Jane. That folk band you sang in.
What is that?
Come on, what's the story with the folk band? Come on.
Peter, Paul, and Jane.
Peter, Paul, and Jane.
All right.
Ready, Anders?
Yeah. Hey. Go ahead.
Here you go.
How you doing, America? Covina. Love on you, brothers.
Hey! Bearded classroom poet sitting like Buddha, asking about wages of sin, the price of submission to white noise, and clean money. I dig you down, but a man's gotta eat. Gotta put gas in the tank and bread on the table. And the night train's coming. It's got babies in the firebox screaming like banshees, sucking hot coals like mama's teats. Oh man, you're talking wages of sin against a shrill whistle, and they're talking ticket scalping in the dining car. Oh, they'll never even feel it jump the tracks. Hey.
next?
You got another one? Yeah, I got another one.
Another one.
Hey, phone's coming in.
We'll take a call first?
I'd like to take a call.
Hey. Oh.
Hello. Hey, how you guys doing?
All right.
Great. Hey, the answer for your Cinco de Mayo question.
Yeah, okay.
5th of May.
Okay, the 5th of May was a battle against the Mexicans and the French. I don't know the year, but it was in Pueblo. And the Mexicans fought the French and kicked them out for the year. But they came back after a year and with reinforcements and kicked us out. So within that year, we celebrate kicking the French out of Mexico for the whole year. And that's what Cinco de Mayo is all about.
Isn't it true that it's more of a celebrated thing here in the States than it is in Mexico?
Oh, yeah, because of Los Angeles, with the Hispanic population, that sort of thing. You know, we like to party, so we got to think of something, so that's what it was.
What do you think the French population feels like?
Well, the French, they cut the head off of the queen, so...
Yeah, they get what they deserve.
Oui, right?
Oui.
Off the queen.
Like they say, ça la vie.
Say it like air.
Okay.
Okay, we got to give him something. Wait, hold on.
All right.
He did get... do you have a dog?
No, I got 2 little kittens.
2 kittens. No good. Maybe...
I'll buy a dog, how's that?
A t-shirt?
T-shirt?
I'm out of them.
You're out of them? Are we going to make Murphy's t-shirt? I've got an HBO. Would you like an HBO t-shirt?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Leave your name with... I'm sure we've already gotten your name and that kind of stuff.
Not yet.
They haven't got your name yet?
Nah.
Just slip it up.
Well, that's okay.
Steve, can you take him back and get his name? Yeah. Okay. Stay on the line, okay?
All right.
And I'll get your name and you can come by our office Monday and pick up a t-shirt.
All right.
All right.
You guys be cool now.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye. Don't you go changing.
Take it easy.
Don't you go changing that channel.
Yeah. Love on you, brother. All right, another poem? Is that what's happening?
Go.
All right, it's open letter concerning my nights. See me playing the cynic knave, stupid teenager wearing acne and retainer crossed with hard-edged space guru and Woody Allen confidence. I would bow like a pilgrim, devoted to every curve and line and worshipping her depths. Rather, I roll up the window and play word games at 80 miles per hour. I want to brush my fingertips across her temples, across her cheek, along the slope of her neck. But I light the herbs, try to melt with the smoke as it waves against her flesh, mocking my fear with the courage of its caress. Hey, but I'm done here now. I'm done here now. Instead of her embrace, I'm pushed down in a chair, chewing a pen cap and petting a cat, and grinding out my next night in flame. Hello!
Thank you, Anders.
Anders, all right. Is there another call there?
Yeah.
Hi, who's this?
It's Rich.
Rich, how you doing?
How you doing?
Doing great.
What's the question on the dog I'm supposed to answer to win the training packet?
We gotta think of one real quick. Marty, think of one. Think of one, Marty. Hi there, this is
How many pads does the dog have?
How many pads?
Yeah.
Your pad or mine?
Let me see this. The dog.
Sorry, I thought it was very funny.
That's sort of hot.
That'd be like he's upstaging you or anything. You got a contract.
Where do you live?
It's like Wayne.
What kind of dog do you have, Rich?
Wayne Rogers.
What's that?
Oh,
all right.
Some training now, don't you?
Hey, how much pounds per square inch can he exert with his jaws? That's a good question.
I think it's about 42.
210 pounds, my man. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll give it to him.
Really? You were close.
Maybe his dog's weak.
Would you like
your dog anemic?
If you give us a number, that's all that matters.
Would you like a free dog training session for your dog?
I'd like that very much.
We have a gift certificate that'll be waiting for you up front. Any Monday or Tuesday. Come on by our office.
Sure, sounds great.
Thank you.
Do I get a t-shirt also?
No. One prize per customer.
One prize.
Young man.
All we can give away is one thing a
We're
customer.
a low-budget show, man.
Okay, that sounds great. Gee, that sounds outrageous.
Do you have any questions about the poets in distress?
Yeah, did anything spoil the moment's poem? Like maybe they can sing a poem about the show.
Yeah, we need a quintessential poem.
Okay.
Guys. Are you going to make one up right now? You can do it right
Can I stand up? Is that happening?
Carefully.
Careful.
We got her.
Ouch. God, that hurts.
I know, you gotta get used to it.
I got off the freeway at Barranca and headed north to Roland. When I
I came inside this storefront, there used to be some kind of real estate agency. I saw a guy named Dave and Wayne sitting out there drinking brews. Dave and Wayne said, come on in to QC. Quintessentially, can someone tell me what that means? Is that the best we can be? Is quintessential the eternal? Is quintessential peaceful? Or is it warlike? So I noticed the Covina cops cruising down the road, but they didn't pull me over. And I thought about my days as a youth in Barranca Park, playing caroms on the tables. And it's good to be back home. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Was that great, Rich?
Thanks for that suggestion, Rich.
That's pretty neat.
I was drinking near beer. Honestly, I really was.
Yeah, it takes a lot of experience to get those ones.
It was near to death.
Dude, I write a poem and it never come out that well.
Well, these guys are pros.
That's a drag, Rich.
Really, do not attempt this at home.
Try it. Just, Rich, when you write your poems, don't worry about how good they're going to be. Just write them and enjoy them, you know.
Share them.
Don't judge yourself too harshly. You have to have the freedom to allow yourself to fail before you might allow yourself to succeed.
Yeah. Well, that sounds very nice. And, yeah, thanks for the dog training certificate. My dog can really use it.
Okay, I'm sure it'll probably come bite me sometime. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
I didn't really know too much about the pressure. Maybe it's because he's only a puppy. I don't know. But
you'll
he's
find
not
out.
anemic.
You'll find out. Okay.
All right, another poem, Rich.
Well, thanks for calling, Rich.
All right, well, that's what I get through. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Are we going to read another poem real quick?
Yeah.
What's this book here, The Beats?
This book is The Beats, which is what you just said.
Hey, deja vu.
This is a book about the beat movement. It came out in 1960. It was edited by Seymour Krim, and it's an anthology of beat writing. And I'd like to read to you a poem by Lawrence Ferlinghetti. It's called, it's from his book, A Coney Island of the Mind, number 5. Sometime during eternity, some guys show up. And one of them, who shows up real late, is a kind of carpenter from some square-type place like Galilee. And he starts wailing and claiming he is hep to who made heaven and earth, and that the cat who really laid it on us is his dad. And moreover, he adds, it's all writ down on some scroll-type parchments, which some henchmen leave lying around the Dead Sea somewhere a long time ago, and which you won't even find for a couple of thousand years or so, or at least for 1947 of them to be exact. And even then, nobody really believes them, or me for that matter. You're hot, they tell him, and they cool him. They stretch him on the tree to cool. And everybody after that is always making models of his tree with him hung up, and always crooning his name and calling him to come down and sit in on their combo, as if he is the king cat who's got to blow. Or they can't quite make it, only he don't come down from his tree. Him just hang there on his tree, looking real petered out and real cool, and also, according to a roundup of late world news from the usual unreliable sources, real dead. Yay! That's by Lawrence Ferlinghetti.
Okay, so we show a videotape now, one of the ones you brought.
Let's cue up the one from the Festival of Meat 3 years ago.
Is that the one at Baroque?
No, the other one.
The other one. So, Steve, the 20, it's KCS 20, 3/4 inch tape there.
Let's cue up that one. That's got Serdar Dezay, late lead singer and bass player for The Dole, a band based in Covina.
Hello.
Hello.
Who's this?
Yeah, this is Glenn.
Hi, Glenn.
Yeah, I want to talk to the guy in the green beads.
That's him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to know what you were doing during the era that the Vietnam War was going on.
Suckling my milk through a bottle. Real young man.
Well, I'd like to know what you think about the war that went on at that time.
I see no reason for it. Why did we have to replace the French after World War II in a war that they couldn't win, and to spend all that money and human lives for nothing?
So you wouldn't have volunteered for that?
Is that a question?
Yes.
You're right.
Huh.
What are your thoughts, Glenn?
Well, I was there, and I, of course, am a little bit biased because I went through all that. But I was wondering how your organization or your group sees that sort of that era.
Well, it's very complicated. You had a lot going on at the time. Johnson got elected saying that he would end the war, and instead he escalated the bombing. Nixon did the same thing, got elected saying he would end the war and escalated the bombing. And I believe that the Americans did not want to engage in some farce over there. I always believed in American democracy and that we should spread democracy throughout the world. I don't see how propping up some puppet government in Vietnam is going to do it. And I'm glad that I didn't have to go over there, I've met some people who've gone over there and they're pretty bitter about the whole experience.
Yeah, well, I think that we could have really, really won that war, but I don't think they let us fight the fight we wanted to fight.
You make an excellent point there. That's very true. I mean, we were completely half-assed about the whole thing. At one point we were going to go all out. The next point we're going to lay back, and it's just like we're just sending over bodies of people just to get shot.
Well, yeah, Glenn. I'm not really the guy to talk to about the Vietnam War. I'm just a beatnik poet. General Westmoreland could answer your questions better. You got any questions about poetry that we could talk about? Can we move on to a different subject?
You want to talk about poetry?
Yeah, that's what I'm into, poetry, not really war.
That's kind of what these guys do.
Is that what you're all about?
Yeah, that's why we're called poets in distress.
Is that why you dress like that?
We dress like this because
poets in distress. Poets in distress.
In distress. Yes, Glenn.
In Nam, guys like you wouldn't have lasted more than about 2 days.
Oh. Well, that's nice.
I bet you're really glad you didn't go now.
Never would have made it on the show. 2 days ain't much in Nam, huh? Well, that's a nice thought there, Glenn. We're glad you called to
thanks for sharing
share that with us.
Yeah.
And so are you saying that you'd rather not discuss this issue any longer?
Well, I mean, I think
in the proper framework of that we're not here discussing Vietnam. That's all. This is poetry.
This is just poetry?
Tonight. Quintessential Covina. Each night deals with a separate topic, and tonight just happens to be poetry.
If I wanted to learn more about the type of poetry, can you recommend any books that I could purchase to kind of learn more about?
There's a good book on poems from the Vietnam War called Carrying the Darkness. It came out about 3 years ago. You ought to go to your bookstore and try and order it. It's poems written by Vietnam veterans about the Vietnam experience. And
the name again? What's it called?
It's called Carrying the Darkness.
Carrying Darkness.
And really, I'm not the one to talk about it because I was not there, and I graduated from high school in '77. It was long over by then, so I can't offer much insight into that. I can offer my opinion, but I'd rather read my poetry about other things.
Well, I can respect that. That makes a lot of sense. I can understand that. If I wanted to, I've never really been into poetry. If I wanted to get into it, do I have to go to college or something to be able to understand it, or is it something that anybody can just read and enjoy?
It should be something that anyone can read and enjoy. It should be something that you could pick up a poetry book and be able to find some pleasure in the words. There are some poets who are considered academic poets, and you might have to study to understand them because they write obscure, obtuse verse. But that's the thing about the Beat Generation.
Like obtuse.
That's the thing about the Beat Generation is they tried to write clearly and in common language so that the common man would understand it, so that poetry was not just for some rich guy or for some professor somewhere, so that everyone could enjoy poetry, whether or not you had a college education or whether or not you had a junior high education.
Do you have a college education, Brutus?
Yes, I do. Cal Poly Pomona.
I'm still thinking about 2 days in Vietnam. That's great.
Yeah, that's a heavy thing to say to me, man, because you really can't say that. You really don't know that.
Well,
you don't know me that well to be able
I
to
give
say
him
that,
at least
man.
a week, man.
What about drugs and poetry? Do they mix, or
It floats.
Look at Coleridge.
will it
man.
enhance my understanding of poetry if I partake?
I wouldn't say. I would
Clear
say
mind.
not.
So you wouldn't advocate that sort of activity while reading poetry?
It might be hard for you to understand the poetry while you were high. I have nothing against you doing as many drugs as you want, anytime you want, but it's not going to really help you understand poetry by doing drugs.
I see. Does the green beads around your neck have any significance?
Yeah, they signify that I was not too happy when Moscatels took over for Clifton's at the Eastland Shopping Center, because Clifton's, I went there for dinner with my family every Sunday while I was growing up, and Moscatels took over Clifton's, turned it into a jewelry shop, so I went there and bought a bunch of beads and made this necklace.
It's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you can go to the West Covina Mall now for Clifton's, by the way.
Yeah, but it's just not the same. It's all those damn plants, and you don't get I can't get the treasure train anymore because I'm too old.
I think they don't have the organist anymore, though.
Yeah, wasn't that nice? Wasn't
It
that
was.
organist hip?
Yeah.
Yeah. But let me read
Innocence
some poetry
lost.
now, man, because that's why I came here.
Chomping at the bit.
Okay, well, I really enjoyed this opportunity to talk with you.
Thank you for your call.
Okay, have a nice evening.
Okay, thanks.
Sure,
Bye-bye.
thanks.
Let's roll the tape now. You guys ready to roll the tape?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Let's roll
Steve,
the
let's roll the tape.
Outline traced on concrete by homicide chalk. Two bodies, two hidden bodies still. Our first little death wasn't supposed to be like that. Shouldn't have been under Pluto's sheet, hidden from passing cars. Huge headlights filled a station wagon's vagina as I tentatively filled yours, ready to pull out a quietus interrupted by spot or flashlight from LA County Sheriff Prowl car. I didn't tell you we were parked near the sheriff's station. You were faceless like a ghost lover and couldn't keep your knee from jerking up, displaying it to the unwanted procession. It was like Poe's whalebone corpse surprise. I exhaled, and orgasmic death rattled, dead with bloodless flesh. You know and will know again my fears. We exhumed them with our wet spectral dance, laid long unfolded cloth in the haze depth of my 1962 International Harvester Travel. Let us forget the mourners and viewing hours. Come, let us write the obituary together.
We're coming back in. Oh, yes.
Let's pipe in that call.
Yeah, what is this, Donna?
Donna, I think we have a call from somebody coming through Red.
Hello?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to the guy with the straw hat, Andrews.
Yeah, how you
Hi,
doing?
Andrews, how are you? I was waiting
All right.
to call a few minutes ago.
Oh, hi, how you doing?
Fine.
I was a
I was
principal.
wondering if you could give me a little help on writing a good poem or some kind of good words. I'm going to be getting married. We don't want to go through the same wedding vows, so we want to put something together and something special that's hard for me to put words together. Can I have some help?
Yeah,
Can I ask first, now, when are you getting married?
October 1st.
Why are you getting married?
Well, it's my third time, and
It's a charm. It's a charm.
Especially, why are you getting married then?
we
really?
met each other on Valentine's Day,
Aw.
and so his last name is Hart.
Oh, Gary!
Heart to heart.
Gary Hart, and my name's Donna.
Read to him.
It just isn't right,
You
you
can
know.
somehow remember this poem.
Is it Donna? Is that your name?
Yeah, my name is Donna, and his name is Gary Hart.
Oh!
Isn't that great? We met on
What about Donna
Valentine's
Rice?
Day.
Is she involved at all, or
Huh?
is there anything about Donna Rice involved, or anything?
No, it's just that I don't have the right last name.
Yeah.
But I want to put together something special when we get married. If you can give me some help with
I think
the
Brutus
night.
has got one.
Brutus has been
I
married.
actually did that. I
He
actually wrote my own wedding vows.
poem.
Did you?
But I can't write it for you here because I don't know what your feelings are for Gary Hart, and I don't know what type of personal experiences. The only thing I suggest is Don't use any cliches. Write something that no one has heard before. Don't worry about anyone else's
In
rhythm.
a church.
Use your own.
But it's hard for me
Something
to
nobody
put
else heard in
together-
church
It's
before.
hard for me to put together something myself. Is there any books or anything that can give me some ideas in putting words together?
Do you guys book appointments or anything like that?
Why don't you call?
we don't have like a.
I'd be happy to work with you. Why don't you call Poets in Distress at 335-6951? That's our number.
Okay.
And you know.
Maybe we'll get that phone number. 335-6591. There it is.
Right. But I might suggest the love poems of Kenneth Patchen.
Kenneth who?
Kenneth Patchen. Patchen.
Okay.
You know what else makes a good poem? If you want to read it, what is it? The shepherd's passionate thing to his woman or something like that. Christopher Marlowe poem, Shepherd's passionate plea, and then there's the Nymph's reply by Tennyson. That they make a good couple. They make a good couple.
Great.
Yeah, Christopher Marlowe. Look that up. And
That's a little antiquated, though, isn't it, Anders? I mean,
yeah, but
she
it's
wants
great.
something new for herself, and she doesn't want some Middle English. I gotta completely disagree with you there, man.
Well, I think we've raised some curiosity. I think a lot of viewers out there would probably like to know
I'd like
what
to read
Brutus has
a
wrote for his wedding.
Yeah.
You want to hear this, Donna, real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, here it comes.
Is this your wedding?
Jiggle Jello. Be my Jello-tine. I'll win you in the lime bathtub while you sit jiggling gelatin nipples and breasts.
Whoa.
Your pubic sweetness under the green glow.
Oh.
Maybe I'll duck my head into your verdant pasture, or thrust deeper than Jello, finishing my passion like a light dessert. If you like it, we can try strawberry, cherry, lemon, lime. Baby, be my Jello-tine.
That's great.
Yeah, it goes good with the theme for the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
It's really good that you called because I've written a lot of hetero love poems, and I think I'll take this opportunity to read a few of them.
Great.
Okay.
You have to?
What a lead-in. Yeah, what have you done?
Sexual harassment. Can I advise all parents with children to put cotton in their ears right now?
Are we going to be talking like with bad language here?
It's language used commonly in the United States. Who's to judge whether it's bad?
Let's just pretend we were a movie and say the Motion Picture Association of America. What would they rate this?
R.
PG-13.
Would this be an R?
17.
PG-13.
See, freedom of speech does not apply to movie censorship, so it's difficult to say. Let me just read the poem. If anyone is offended,
You'll be the judge.
Yeah, you're
You'll be the judge.
If anyone is offended, turn off the TV.
Right.
I don't know if this would be appropriate
Well,
for
that's
wedding,
a good way to get
Donna.
rid of yours, huh?
All right. Parental discretion. There you go.
Sexual harassment. Something about that woman bent over my gray metal desk looking for my stapler. I won't tell her where it is. As she rummages through my drawers, her blue jeans part. From behind, I see the gap where thighs end, buttocks begin. I could put a nickel there if I wanted, or maybe a quarter. Yeah, she's got that wide pelvis. For babies, for birth, for a full man. Which I become as I leer, wanting to press myself into her ass. Put my hand between those legs, letting my index finger remain a hint of my manhood. Now she searches the bottom drawer, bending over more, showing me more labia of love. I know I can satisfy her. Will she let me consummate our working relationship? Is she teasing me? The time has come, my walrus says, for us to touch her thing. Her butt, her breasts with nipples hard, her oyster face with beard. Yes, is that woman herpes free, and will she pleasure scream? But wait a bit, her oyster cries, before we have our fuck. For all of us want diamond rings, and all of us love cash. Something about that woman, something that cries for sex, and marriage, sobriety, suburban dream homes with chintz curtains. Hold it, hormones, this fantasy has gotten out of hand. Prick my balloon. Hey, Halapatia, the stapler's not there. It's at the repair shop. Something about it. Something clasping its load.
Oh.
That was great.
Might have to get to work.
Well,
or something.
But yeah, my marriage vow was a lot more sedate than that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, you know,
And he's still married. I mean,
give me a call and I'll be happy.
She's still married. It's been 2 weeks now. Not bad. Record.
It's been 4 years.
4 years.
Can I ask what happened to the first two?
Well, got married young. Real young.
Both times?
Yeah. Well, I lasted
8
9
years
years
old?
both times. I gave it 9 years both times.
wow.
So, I hope the third one's a charm and it
Well, we do
lasts
too.
forever.
Yeah, good luck, Donna, you know.
Okay. Thanks, you guys.
Don't
Hang
get
in there.
married
Yeah,
in
feel
Vegas.
free to call PID, you know.
Yeah, give me a call and I'll work
Well,
with you on. You know, I'll give you what you want.
Okay.
Something romantic like the last one there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys.
All right,
like-
take it easy, Donna.
All right.
It's like that guy who was married 5 times, you know, he was talking to a guy at a party one time, and he said, yeah, well, I've been married 5 times. And he said, what happened to all your wives? He goes, well, the first one died. And they said, what happened? Well, she died from poison mushrooms. He said, well, that's terrible. What happened to the second one? He said, well, she also died of poison mushrooms. And the third and the fourth one even died of poison mushrooms. So, well, what happened to the fifth one? Well, she choked to death. And so what happened? She wouldn't eat the mushrooms. Okay. Okay.
Hello, caller.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
How much? How you doing?
I don't know, not that good.
Well, I'm sorry, Gary. I mean, now see, this is him. That was not him before.
That was Gary before. Give me a break. What's going on, Gary?
Nothing. You guys blew it, man, 'cause now that they know who I am. You guys, I was like gonna rag on them, but now I can't do
I'll
that.
call in again. And use
Why?
another
Because we'll
voice.
tell everybody that it's just Gary, our old floor director, that we have shots of on the floor before.
Here,
No, sorry,
another one
Gary.
of Redwood's poems here.
What?
Yeah, sorry, Gary.
No, I was gonna have like a sensible
Redwood
call
poem.
though.
Yeah, pick another
Go
one.
ahead. See what we can salvage here.
Well, I don't know. I really ain't all impressed with this poetry stuff.
You're not?
No.
Oh.
I don't really think it's like. To me, this isn't really like a lot of talent.
Ooh. He's ragging.
Hey, man, it's cable.
No, I was just kidding.
It's all over for you now, man. Time for some poetry.
I was scared for that mic there for a minute. They tell me.
Well, okay, I think we lost the call there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, gee, thank you,
That's-
Gary, for that call, and we hope insurance covers it.
Yeah. They're not all Wordsworth, man.
Enough
They're not.
cuddling this BS with your buddies phoning in. Let's have some more poetry here. Yeah. Jane, why don't you read Looking Through My Inner Eye?
All right.
Redwood Randall.
Is he calling?
Yeah, where's
That
Redwood?
was him. Redwood's can't make it.
He's going to call him?
Would you read that, Jane?
Okay,
Another
here we go.
poem here.
Inner eye. Looking through my inner eye, I walk up to your light. And stay awake all night, wake to the day, rock to the night. Got to stay a global man, local ways. She's a long road ahead. But I will get through her, as I have gotten through the past. Her fire will burn, I will learn, and life will go on. Seeing with my inner eye, living 2 lives in one, the inner worlds and the outer worlds.
Whoa! Whoa! Getting heavy duty there.
Okay, caller. Hello.
Hi,
Hi, who's this?
Kelly?
Kelly.
Hi,
What's
Kelly.
going on, Kelly?
We wrote a poem for you guys.
Okay.
Interactive television.
Alright.
Okay, my mom made me keep it clean.
Aww.
Yeah.
Call back later, Kelly.
Oh, so you don't want to hear it?
No, we want to hear it, but I want to hear the real version, too, later.
Okay.
You want bongos?
No.
You're on.
Okay, use the bongos.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Accompaniment.
Okay. QC is the show for us. It's better than riding an RTD bus. Dave and Marty are your hosts. This definitely is the show with the most. So be sure and tune in on Saturday night. And if you don't like it, you can go fly a kite. All right? Steve, you spelled my name wrong.
What was that?
What?
Steve spelled my name wrong.
It's with an I, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Kelli, Steve.
It's okay.
Is that how you spell it?
That's
his wife ordered him afterwards what to do to get back women elevators. Ask them if really sheets 5 minutes before we leave. Why is this the way we do it? A girl peeling a corn dog in her mouth. Thank you.
Okay.
No.
What do you think, Kelly?
Excuse me?
What do you think? Oh, that's what I thought.
It was a humorous one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Summarized it nicely.
Well, Kelly, any other poems, Kelly?
No. Not that I can think of right off the hand.
Kelly, don't ever let anyone censor you. If your mom's there trying to keep it clean or something, just write your poem. Communicate what you want to communicate. Don't let anyone tell you what you can or cannot write.
Her mom's cool.
Oh, but I like your mom though. That's cool.
Nancy, that was Nancy that called earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, Nancy. Yeah, I know Nancy.
We all know Nancy.
Okay.
But not in a biblical
Where do
sense.
you know Nancy from? My mom from?
Yeah.
We just know her by
She
Kelly.
called earlier.
There have always been Nancy's in this world.
That's right.
We've known
Well, thanks,
them all.
Kelly.
Okay.
It's always a pleasure. It was nice talking to you on our little private conversation earlier, too.
Nice talking to you, too.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever
Bye-bye.
talked to you without a beard before.
And I like you without a beard no matter what people say.
Thank
I
you.
think it looks good off
Thanks.
and on.
Okay, well, we'll see you later.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
More poetry.
Apologia. Lives of the poets aren't very unusual anymore. With a sex-charged world, only the depraved is news. I think I'll have some oatmeal now. Nope, I just had another sip of pineapple juice at midnight. I want to start writing religious poetry. My previous book damned me. With all that fucking fighting, drinking, frustration, and questions. Does God like the suburban fool? If I share my soul completely, will people hate me? I'm not a consistent act anymore. I'm a perplexed and confused man. Some of this will spill on people, just like now. I spilled water on the stove. I was trying to pour microwave heated water from my coffee cup into the instant oatmeal bowl. With the cup, I had no control. With my sex subconscious, I have no control. I'm thrilled but frightened. Boiling water ran down the side and fell on the stove. One of the burner pilot lights sputtered yellowed, but stayed lit. Thank you.
Wow. Hey.
All right.
We're ready to show the other videotape? We have another videotape. Hello.
Hi.
Who's this?
This is Jim.
Hi, Jim.
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 How's it going?
I'd like for them to tell me a little bit more about Jack Kerouac.
Okay, Jim.
I think Jack Kerouac was full of it.
Well, you're completely wrong there, Jim. You obviously don't know what you're talking about. Jack Kerouac was full of it. Jack Kerouac wrote 14 novels in his life. On the Road has endured. It's become an American classic. It's being taught in American universities. The Dharma Bums excerpts of it are also being taught in creative writing classes all around the country. How can you say he was full of it?
Because I was there,
Where?
alive at that time.
So that, did you hang out with Jack? Did you read his books?
No, I was a little more conservative than that.
Have you read his books?
A few.
Which ones?
On the Road?
Uh-huh. You didn't like it?
No, I thought he was a very subversive person.
Well, actually, Jack Kerouac was not subversive because in the 60s he turned into a right-wing conservative. And he died as one in Lowell, Massachusetts. He went against all his beatnik friends. Jack Kerouac was the most conservative one of the beats.
How did he die?
Alcoholism killed him. He
Really?
drank too much and eventually his guts just hemorrhaged.
That's too bad.
Yeah, so I really can't agree with you there. Jack tried to concentrate on the beautiful, sensitive experiences of life in his novels, and he told about his own life. He never wrote anything overtly political that you could call subversive.
Well, why are you wearing those sunglasses? Are you stoned?
Yes.
Actually, it's very bright in here. There's a lot of lights.
These QC hosts have just been... every time I step out there's some doctor who looks like Yul Gibbons injecting me with something.
Bill Gibbons. It's
Well,
something,
it looks like you guys are having fun, and you put on a good show anyways.
Well, thank you, Jim.
And
But
I like what you guys do.
give Jack another chance.
I'd like to be a little more open-minded. I still watch the news every night and kiss the wife goodnight, so...
What?
Kiss?
What? Hey,
mow the
Jim.
yard on Saturdays.
Jim, I gotta wonder. I don't think you'd last 2 days in Nam. I mean, I just gotta say that.
My son was there. That's not funny.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
Note there.
Jim, you...
How many days?
Yeah, how many days does your son last?
Yeah.
I think the girl was cute, though.
Oh, thank you.
Good night. I gotta go to bed.
That's
Okay,
the
good night.
Jim.
Sleep
well. Wife for me.
That's the
Good night, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Jim.
razor ribbons. While riding the Amtrak on the coast route to San Francisco, I saw it. Some new type of barbed wire. Ribbons of razor blades on factory fence top. I want to see it everywhere. I want to see fallen fingers severed on the ribbon. Digitless delinquents dripping blood. I want thieves maimed for plant security. And the armed guards can wear the amputated fingers like Indians with scalps, witch doctors with shrunken heads on necklaces of razor ribbon. I want to see razor traps for bank robbers. Razor steering wheels for car thieves. Razor pencils for radical writers. Razor transit benches for dozing transients. Razor turnstiles at theaters. Razor rape decoys. Razor pay toilets, pay phones. Razor cash registers. Razor returnable bottles. Razor, 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 razor. Give us your poor, your tired, your huddled masses. We'll cut them to ribbons. Razor ribbon wrapped around Lady Liberty. I want to see the red blood dripping from the razor cuts, flowing and covering America like the bleeding red maps showing communism in the 50s. Thank you.
All right. Communism.
Oy. Okay, are we ready to show the next videotape?
Yeah, let's see the next video. This one's from about performance 3 or 4 years ago at the
Claremont College?
Claremont College's art gallery. We had a barbecue out in the open area in between the gallery and some dorms where the artists live.
This is the Festival of Meat.
And this is Serdar Dezay from the Dole reading Whalebone Corpse Surprise.
And we're rolling that tape right now.
Did we already do that? No. This is beyond.
It's by Joni Mitchell. It was written in 1970. It's called Woodstock. I walked upon a child of God, and he was walking upon the road, and I asked him where he was going, and this he told me. Going down to Yazgar's farm, going to join a rock and roll band. I'm gonna camp out on the land, and I'm gonna try and get my soul free. We are stardust, we are golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. But can I walk beside you? Have I come here to lose the small? And I feel to be called something burning. Well, maybe it's just the time of year, or maybe it's the time of man. I don't know who I am, but life is for learning. We are stardust, we are golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. By the time I got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong, and everywhere there was song and celebration. And I dreamed I saw the bombers riding shotgun in the sky. They
nice bongo solo.
All right.
Directly on Jane.
All right, Jane.
Okay.
Nightmares. God is the truth and the light. I try to walk in the light, but sometimes I can't go forward. I can only go deeper into myself to find the soul and the sin. The nightmares might be too much for me now. I walk in darkness. When I began playing Wagner, the abstract sculpture became an oriental warrior standing on a horse, screaming, "Funeral police, funeral police."
Yeah!
Right.
Thanks for having us here.
Cool.
All right.
On this show.
Yeah. Was there a call happening? Guess not.
Maybe not. Well, Marty, your microphone is once again falling against your chest, and I'm sure nobody can hear you. I will teach you one of these days how to set up a microphone. Yeah, well, what you've been watching tonight has been a very special edition of Quintessential Covina, featuring the poets in distress. Brutus Chieftain.
Thank you, Steve.
And, of course, Telephone Tone. We had Anders and Jane and Lou. Okay, this has been quite a night here at Quintessential Covina. Marty, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are drifting in the wind right now, Dave.
Are they?
I'd like to present you guys with a copy of my book, The Suburban Fool, so that you can have a little bit of poets in distress with you at all times.
I'd like one.
Thank you.
We need to do. Should we do a quick movie trivia thing to give away dinner for 2 Fridays? Do we have one of those?
Do you have a question?
Hello.
Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Who's there?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Who are those 19-year-old punks talking about the 60s?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Well, I went to Berkeley in the 60s. I went to Berkeley. I graduated in 68. Those guys probably don't even know who Abby Hoffman is, Peter Wolf. Do they know who Tom Hayden is?
Of course, it's Jane Fonda's husband.
Peter Wolf.
Yeah,
one of the Chicago
Peter Wolf was part of the Gang of Fire with Abby Hoffman. They're part of the Chicago 7. Ask those little 19-year-old punk, do they know who the Chicago 7 are?
Of course, it's Abby Hoffman and who was the rest of the group? There was actually just an HBO special about them. Speaking of cable TV,
that special on 1967.
Yeah,
Summer of Love.
I was 5 in 1967.
I was in Chicago
Ask them if they know about the white bike that was in England during the Summer of Love. Have you heard of the white bike?
Yeah, we know what the white bike is, buddy. But I want to call you on the same thing you're calling me on, man. For one thing,
you weren't even born.
For one thing, I'm not 19, and for one thing, I think you're about 15.
You weren't even born then.
Well, you got some textbook in front of you, man. I wasn't. I haven't been. Have I been claiming to speak?
You weren't really there. While we were dropping acid, you were.
Yeah. You watched that TV program on the Beatles. It was 20 years ago today, huh? I know you, man. You got your facts from that. So, go back and try to fool your girlfriend and your boss with this kind of stuff. But it doesn't fool me, man.
Don't cut it here.
Yeah. Stop trying to con people and just tell the truth. That's what we're all about, the truth. We don't lie about ourselves. We haven't been trying to come off as anything other than what we are.
And what is that?
Poets.
Poets.
In distress.
Poets. You guys are just trying to... All you're trying to do is rehash some old... You're just rehashing something that's already been done. You're not original.
What do you do for a living, sir?
I don't think that's really important.
Well, that's our show. And,
what's your home address, sir? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm here in Covina.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really important what I do.
Hey, look, when you get your driver's license, come on by and see us, man.
I'm not making a statement about what I do. I didn't go on TV and make a statement about what I do, and now you can't handle being called on it.
Called on what? You called me a 19-year-old punk. You're completely wrong. You don't know what you're talking about.
All I know, I'm commenting on what I saw and what I heard.
Yeah, you heard my poetry, which is what I wrote. Nobody 20 years ago wrote it. I wrote it.
I'm sure that the poetry that you wrote is influenced by what's already been done.
Oh, don't be an
idiot.
idiot.
It's just a rehash.
Tell me one thing that's not influenced by what's already been done. Name one thing you do that hasn't been thought of before.
If you're talking about being the Beatniks or the 60s, then that was original.
Yeah, we gain inspiration from
that
it.
That was done. That was an original thought. That was something that was inspired. And
We gained
that was
inspiration from
that
them.
Was original.
They never came here tonight saying that they were totally original.
We didn't say we were them, but I'll tell you this. We are very close to them. I went and met with one of the original Beats today, Will Margolis, editor of Beatitudes magazine. I'm doing a lot of research, trying to learn as much as I can about it. And I never...
You have to research it. I think there's something wrong with your statement. It should come...
Why do you know things, Osmosis?
Okay, well, it's been beautiful talking to you, man. Thanks a lot.
You need some divine inspiration.
Yeah.
Your inspiration is...
What was your name,
Your
sir?
inspiration is nothing but cheap copy.
What was your name, sir?
I don't think my name's important. I'm not
Well,
the one
thank
on
you for your
TV.
call anyway.
That's what you have to say.
See ya. Oh, that was a nice call.
That was kind of thoughtful.
You know, you put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah.
Put a lot of thought
Well, we do try to evoke people to express themselves on the show.
From both sides.
Does he go both ways? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
I mean, does would he talk about both sides of it?
Of the television.
He sounded kind of young to say he was in Berkeley in the 60s.
Yeah,
I know. I
he
think
was sounding about 16 himself.
Yeah, hello?
Hi.
Yeah, this is Glenn again.
Yeah, Glenn.
I spoke with you earlier.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think maybe you shouldn't have cut that guy off. I think what he had
Glenn?
to say had some bearing.
I think all you people are right out in the lobby. You're not fooling me.
Bye, Glenn.
I'm going to come after you guys.
Hey, Glenn, do you know what the white bike?
The white bike, actually, I can tell you what the white bike was. What the white bike was, you rode the white bike to your destination and left it unlocked wherever you ended up for another hippie to take it wherever that hippie was going. That is what the white bike is about.
Thank you.
Thank you for that clarification, Brutus.
Now he's going to go squelch some...
Nah, he's going to...
There he goes.
See ya. He's off on a mission. He's on a mission from God.
Speaking of being on a mission from God, Marty, what are we rolling credits over tonight?
Probably a poem.
You think Jane? I bet if we asked real nice, maybe Jane would read us a poem that we could probably roll credits on.
Oh.
You think so?
Yeah.
Jane, could you do that for us? Steve, are we ready for credits now? We'd like to thank everybody for watching and everybody who called in. We haven't given away Friday's for dinner for two. We'll give away 2 next week.
Yeah, we'll give away 2 dinners next week.
Okay. And we'll meet at Fridays in a little while. We'll be there in 20 minutes. So if you want to come by and join us, I would encourage you. I'd like to thank Carrie and Jody for coming by and watching us tonight if they're still here. And thanks, Mom, for letting them out.
She doesn't even know. They can just,
Ooh, I'm sorry. They're not here. They're not here. They're really not here.
Yeah. Sure, that'd be fine. Great.
Okay, here we are with our closing poem of the night, Poets in Distress, read by Jane.
See you next week.
Hasta luego. Happy Cinco de Mayo. We got a microphone for her, Marty?
Oh.
Hold on one sec.
You want to sit in the chair here, Jane?
Yeah, go ahead.
They're beckoning you to sit in the chair.
Excuse us while we...
She's only been in the country 13 hours.
Already she's
already made 3 U-turns and been on TV.
The 10-year itchy trigger. He took a gun with him to his high school reunion. He never forgave them for beating him up, calling him a faggot, and picking him in last in PE. He wanted to kill his enemies, even though he hadn't seen them in 10 years. I took the gun, or am I the enemy? I don't know now. I haven't put a suicide in my mouth for 5 years. I warned my wife, don't come dance at this one.
Your wife?
There might be violence. Come to the 20th, I'll eat less red meat. I'll forgive by then.
Goodbye. Thanks for watching.
Night.
Thanks for being.
See you some other week.
Love on you.